For this problem, we're going to first use substitution, and then we're going to solve the system of equations. So if we're going to let p equals 1 over x in this first equation, it shows up as 4 over x. Well, 4 over x is the same thing as 4 times 1 over x. So essentially what we have here is 4p, and then the same thing with this part, it's going to be 4q, because we're letting q equal 1 over y, and that equals 32 over 15. And so then, similarly here, 5 over x is the same as 5 times 1 over x, so we have 5p minus 3q equals 16 over 15. So now I'm going to use the elimination method, and since these variables already have opposite signs, I'm going to change the coefficients here to both equal a common value. 3 and 4 both go into 12, so if you multiply everything in this first equation, if we multiply every single thing by 3, we get down here 12p plus 12q, and then equals 96 over 15. Fraction multiplication, 3 times 32 is 96, 1 times 15 is 15. And then down here, to make this a 12, we multiply everything by 4. Make sure you do everything by 4, and you get this result. So now we can add these together. The q's will cancel out. We'll have 32p equals, and then 96 plus 64 gives us 160 fifteenths. So divide both sides by 32 and we will have solved for p. And it's going to come out to exactly 1/3. You can use a calculator for that, or do the long division now with fractions, but take this and divide it by 32 and you get that p equals 1/3. From here, you can plug that value back into either one of these equations. I'll just plug it into the first one because 1/3 of 12 is a nice whole number. It's 4. So if you plug 1/3 in there, you're going to get 4 plus 12q equals 96 over 15. So just plugging in the 1/3 here for our p value. So we need to subtract 4 from both sides, which in terms of fifteenths, that's 60 fifteenths. So coming right here, it's going to give us the 12q. We're subtracting 60 fifteenths, so it gives us 36 fifteenths. And now if we divide both sides by 12, we'll solve for q. And again, you can use a calculator for that or do it out by hand. Either way, you should get 1/5 or 0.2. It's nice to write it as a fraction like this because now we can relate these back to our original substitutions. So if q is 1 over 5 and q is the same as 1 over y, then y is 5. And similarly, if p is 1 over 3 and p is the same as 1 over x, then x equals 3. And so there you have the solution. X is 3 and y is 5 makes both these equations true.